Now, so this starts to gain a little bit of traction. People are starting to talk about, there's rumors. So even though these big, nice headlines come out and the official report comes out, but people start to know about it. And so they start sending Charlie Company on all kinds of crazy long-term operations out in the field. And they start to feel like, well, I'll go to the book. GIs felt they were being sent out in the hopes that they all might be killed. They tried to bury us out there, Widmer bitterly remembered. After My Lai, we went out in the field for 3 months straight. We never came back into the villages. Our trips to the base camps were few and far between. They had a problem and dealt with us by trying to hide us out in the jungle, hoping we'd all get killed. But we didn't. So, a guy, like I said, people are talking about it, there's rumors about it, and there's a guy named Reidenhauer who checks in to Charlie Company, and he starts hearing stories. They start telling him, they start talking. And this is why you can't ever cover anything up. This is why cover-ups never work. Never try and cover anything up because it's going to come out. Mm-hmm. It's going to come out. If you try and cover something up, it's going to come out. That's the way it works. So this guy, Reidenhauer, after he hears enough and he talks to all these different people that were involved, and they tell him what they did and what went down, and he kind of gathers all that information. And here we go back to the book. Reidenhauer, he writes a letter. He writes a letter that explains what he had learned, what he'd found out. And here we go. Reidenhauer posted the letter on April 2nd, 1969, to Udall and 30 prominent men in Washington, D.C., including President Nixon, the Secretary of Defense, Melvin Laird, the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Edward Kennedy, Barry Goldwater, Eugene McCarthy, and William Fulbright. He sent the letters registered mail, thinking that staff opening them would be bound to take the contents more seriously. And here's a little excerpt from the letter. Gentlemen, it was in late April 1968 that I first heard of Pinkville and what allegedly happened there. I received that first report with some skepticism, but in the following months I was to hear similar stories from such a wide variety of people that it became impossible for me to disbelieve that something rather dark and bloody did indeed occur sometime in March 1968 in a village called Pinkville in the Republic of Vietnam. So that's how the story breaks. They start to investigate it. Within the Pentagon, they start to investigate it. This book is great. It goes into a ton of detail on what that's like, how that takes place, the people that are running it, and there's good, honest, solid, Army leadership that says, "Oh no, we're gonna find out what happened, and we're gonna do something about it." So the cover up isn't throughout the chain of command. There's people that try and put a stop to it.